Hi, I'm Connie Townsend, group fitness instructor and personal trainer, and I'm here again with an at-home workout that you can join us. I have some volunteers. I have Judy and Linda. And we're going to do a full routine again, like usual. We're going to have a warm-up and then maybe some weights and some cardio and some balance, agility and stretching. So we're going to do it all. But first, let's just stand with our feet a little bit wide for now. We're going to pull that navel toward the spine, activating all of our core muscles. We're nice and tall. Take your shoulders. We're going to roll back. So a big exaggerated roll. Now don't use your arms. Let them dangle beside you. Up and back and down. Kind of feel those shoulder blades just sliding up and down your back. Loosening up the upper body, the shoulders. Couple more. And then same thing, but we're going to roll forward. So we're going to, in the warm-up, gradually get the blood flowing, get the joints warm and loose. All right. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to take our arms and reach around. Looks like this. So, your feet, let those heels come up one at a time. You're pivoting on the toe. Just a little reach. Keep it small. Start making it a little bigger. Reach out through those fingertips. If your spine doesn't like you to rotate much, you can just kind of reach forward and take some of that rotation out of it. In 4, 3, 2, okay, we're gonna march. Now it's a slow tempo because we're trying to warm up gradually. In 4, 3, 2, let's step touch. Very slow. Now, shoulders back. We want to stay tall. It's kind of tempting to bend over, but stay up. Let's go forward with it. Step touch, step touch, step touch. Go back, same thing. Again, forward. And back. All right, let's march. Now, some of these things we're previewing for later on when we do our cardio. We'll be doing some step touches, and let's come to a stop. We're going to warm up our legs now by doing a side squat, a middle squat, narrow, and then a side squat. So we're keeping it slow on purpose. Now a side squat, we step out, we're centered right here between our feet, we sit down, and then as we stand up, we're pulling back in, and then we're hip width apart. So then we do a middle squat, and then a side squat to the other side, shoulders back, and then back in, and finish that little segment with a narrow one. So, if we bring it a little bit quicker, looks like this. It's side squat, narrow squat, side squat, and narrow squat. Again. And center, and side, and center. Again, side, center, and side, and center. Let's do some side kicks. kick, kick, kick. Just slowly and gently and gradually getting our hip joints warmed up and loose. Now with a kick, just let those ankles relax. Your feet are kind of flinging. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to tap the floor side to side. Tap and tap. So we're down a little bit. Starting to warm up our big leg muscles. Doing some things one-legged that gets us coordinated. Gets that balance engaged. Hands up at the shoulders. We're going to push, push. So we're going warm-up speed right now. But later on we'll increase the speed of these movements. In 4, 3, now tap those feet backward. Back, back, back. Your core muscles are engaged, so pull that navel back because you're bent just a little bit. All right, push it front. In 4, 3, now hold, arms come down. We're going to put that heel down in back and feel the lower leg, the calf, stretching. Now watch your alignment of your foot. You don't want the heel to be way in, okay? Move it so it's right in back of those toes. Bend the knee in front a little. And back in. Let's bring that other leg straight back. Toes. You're on the toes and then you roll down on the heel. Feel that lower leg? I know it's hard to balance. If you ever need to have a chair next to you for help balancing, please do. It's kind of hard to be in a lunge position like this. All right, and bring it in. We're going to widen out and just relax onto those legs. Let the hands take your body weight, your arms are straight. Now, we're going to round the back, tuck the chin. Okay, we're warmed up pretty well. So then we're going to move on to the next section. So go get some water and we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to work our muscles now. So grab a weight. We happen to have dumbbells, but you can use a can of soup, you can use a water bottle or a rock, anything that you can kind of grip. Okay, make sure it has small enough area for your hand. We're only using one because you folks at home may not have a whole set of dumbbells or something, so we use whatever's available in the house. Okay, we're going to widen out into a squat position. So our feet are wider than our hips, toes are facing front. We're going to take that weight in one arm, palm is facing our body. So we're facing in. Now I want the arm straight, but don't lock the elbow, just loosen it a little bit. We're going to sit down as we raise to the front, so it looks like that. So it takes some thinking. Because first of all, a squat, when you sit down, you don't want to let the knees come together. We want the knees to stay tracking with the feet. So if you just need to hold that weight in and just concentrate on the squat, that's fine. Otherwise, we're lifting out in front, trying to get it to shoulder height, but you don't have to force it to go that high. Now you notice the weight is straight out in front of the shoulder. So don't bring it to your center. That's what your brain wants to do. It wants to center it. But we're working just one side of the body. One more. Okay, feet a little closer in. Now we're going to take the opposite foot of that weight and step forward. Make it maybe quite a bit. We're in a split position with our feet hip width apart. So don't put one foot right in front of the other. That makes it really hard to balance. As is, it's hard to balance. Now we're up, shoulders are back and down, palm faces your body. We're gonna lift out to the side. So we're doing this in a split stance, one foot out in front, because that puts the body off balance, and we want to do that on purpose to really challenge the core muscles. So draw the navel in toward the spine. That activates those muscles around the torso. Now we're working on the side of the shoulder, so make sure it's going out to the side, not in front. Okay, 2 more. And then come down. So we're still in this lunge position. We're going to bend over. So hinging from the hips, we're gonna you can bring them a little closer together and then bend both knees. So I'm gonna show you from the side. You guys just stay put. So you are in a bent position. Your back is straight, but it's angled, okay? Now, same thing, out to the side, but we're using gravity now in a different way. We're bent over, which puts the work into the back of the shoulder now, instead of the side. Only bring it up to shoulder height. And if you can't lift it that high, don't force it. It can be lower. Belly button pulled in because you need those abdominal muscles to help to support the spine. 3, 2. All right, now keep the weight in. You're going to come up, raise up. Now, putting our body weight on our back leg, front leg, set it on the heel, pull the toe up, lock the knee. That leg we have basically taken out of the equation. We're going to do one-legged squats, shoulders back and down, and just sit. So you can't come very deep on these. These are hard to balance, but you can feel all the muscles in the glute, the hamstring, the quad, and all those muscles around the hips really working hard to stabilize you. If these are just too hard to do one-legged, just bring your feet back even and just do a regular narrow squat. It's a toughie. All right, now bring them back in. Both hands have the weight this time. We're going to sit and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back up. When you come up, press through the heels and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. And the last one, down and hold. 4, 3, 2, and up. Woo! All right, so we have to do the other side. Widen out the feet. You're in a squat position. You can turn the toes out if you want to. Whatever's comfortable on the hips and knees. Other hand has the weight. And remember, when we're lifting straight out from the shoulder. Don't let it come to your center. All right, here we go. Down, up. Take your time. Make sure to push through those heels as you come back up. And you don't need to go very deep to get the benefit out of the squats. All right, one more. Whew. Feet a little closer, and we're gonna take that step forward. Quite a bit forward, kind of really widen out your feet. Okay, now we're gonna stay up this time. Shoulders back, down, head high, and side raises. So remember, your feet are hip width apart. Don't put them too close together. It's hard to balance. And we're controlling that arm. Don't let it swing. Don't let momentum take it. Almost there. Okay. Now, bring the feet a little closer together. We're gonna bend both knees. Same position, same movement, but bent this time, out. So you kind of feel the shift from the side of the shoulder to the back of the shoulder. This is the rear deltoid exercise. All right, one more. Okay, come on up. Now that foot is going to be out in front this time. Put the other one underneath you, toe pointed forward. Put that one on the, you can put it on the toe, you can put it on the heel. Hold that weight in. We're just going to squat. So we're finishing this segment with these. So do several more of them, and then we'll continue moving. Okay, we're back to it. We're going to use the weight again, just one, whatever you have in the house. Okay. Now, feet probably a little narrow. We're going to do a different series of exercises, working on our arms, shoulders, a lot around the core. So we do this first one in a bent position like we've done before with the bent flies. We're going to sit. Now our arm is 90 degrees. Upper arm stays at your side. So squeeze it in there. Now straighten and bend. So your body weight is in your heels. Your belly button is pulled tight toward the spine. If you need to, you can stagger your stance, and that might help to keep some of the pressure off the back. So it's straighten, bend. Shoulders, don't let them creep up toward the ears. 4, 3, 2. All right, stand slowly back up. Let's put it at the shoulder. Palm faces in. We do these a lot. Elbow is in close to the side. Now the knuckles are going to lead the way. We're pressing toward the ceiling. Now try to straighten that arm as best you can. We don't want to lock the elbow, but we do want to get a good extension all the way up. Now you notice we're kind of loading the spine with extra weight. So those core muscles have to keep the spine supported. So keep that navel drawn in, kind of loose knees, don't lock the knees, and keep breathing. One more. Now we're going to go up. Turn the palm forward, keep the elbow slightly bent. We're going to do like a snow angel, but one arm. So we just glide up, kind of in a semicircle, and down. Now you want to use really light weight here. So if your weight is too heavy, maybe even put it down and just use the weight of your arm, or lighten it up if you can. Palm is forward, so you're leading with that thumb going up. And one more, one more. Woo, then we'll get a break from being overhead. Okay, hold it out front, away from the body a bit, but not all the way up, just angled. We're going to pass it around, so catch it. Keep passing in one direction. Keep the shoulders relaxed and down. So this is a great exercise to strengthen that famous rotator cuff complex in your shoulder blades. We talk about it a lot. Those 4 little muscles back there that help to support the arms. And other way. Draw the navel in, loosen those knees. Try to make it as big of a circle as you can, out as far away from the body as your body will allow. Okay, and let's pass it back to that original hand. One more thing on this side. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to bring it up to kind of the shoulder level. Now we're going to turn. So let our feet pivot a little, let that heel come up. We're going to turn and push out to the side. So you're turning and pushing. So really you end up pushing straight out from the shoulder. Just let it glide out there like you're pushing it across the surface, like a countertop. Push. You can feel those muscles around the torso. We don't lean over when we do this. We just stay tall, turn, and push. One more. Woo! All right. So other hand. So all of these movements have a different function. They're kind of designed to combine a lot of different muscle groups along with the core. All right. So we're going to start with those kickbacks. Bend at the elbow, lock that elbow to your side. We're going to sit. Weight is in the heels, and straighten and bend. So don't look at your feet because that tends to make your back round, and we want it nice and straight. Core is engaged. You got it. Feeling it in the back of the arm, the tricep muscles. 3, 2, and slowly up and up to the shoulder. Let's do our presses. Now remember, we're overhead, so don't let those knees lock. Just keep them loose, keeping the pelvis nice and neutral. And up and down. So you're coming down to the shoulder. Now, if you have any shoulder issues where you just can't get up there, turn the palm toward the body and do it out in front, straight up. That might be a way to take some of that pressure off the shoulder if you're having trouble going overhead. But that is also why we do these narrow like this instead of out from the body. One more. Up, turn the palm out. And slowly down. And up. Try to get that arm to come up beside the ear. Keep the palm forward. Leading with the thumb as you go up. Then back down that same path. Woo! Your body has to really engage, your core does, to keep you from being off balance. One more. Phew, bring it down. Out in front. Okay, we'll pass it around the body again. Now it's really easy to tighten up the shoulders and let the shoulders come up, but keep them down. Let the weight kind of pull those shoulders down away from the ears. In fact, we pass it around the hips instead of the waist because keeping it low like this will keep the shoulders in a proper position. All right, and oops, we didn't go the other way, but that's okay. Let's take it in that hand at the shoulders. So remember, we're gonna turn, let that heel kind of pivot up or turn and then punch out and back in. So you're turning and punching. You're upright, don't lean. This is the last thing we're doing. We're working that core. A lot of shoulder, a lot of arm, back and chest. Okay, one more, and then we'll continue on. Okay, we're gonna move now. So put that weight aside. Don't let it get in front of you or around you. We're going to move forward and back. You're nice and tall, shoulders back, head is high. So some of those movements that we previewed in the slow warm-up, now we're gonna crank up the tempo a little bit. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, we're starting with that step touch. Here we go. Step, touch. Now you can get your arms swinging. Or if your heart rate goes up too high, you can always, that's how you can keep the heart rate down a little, is keep the arms down. So the more we use our arms, the higher the heart rate. In 4, 3, 2, same thing, but we're going forward. 4, 3, 2, going back. And forward. Back. Stay upright. Okay, you got one more. And back. All right, remember the side squat, middle squat? Here we go. Side squat, middle, side squat, middle, side, middle, side, and middle. Do it some more. Side squat, middle squat, side squat. Again. One more. And side kicks. Woo! Kind of hard to balance sometimes. Four, 3, let's make it a side tap now. Tap, tap. Now I want you to get a little lower. So you're using your legs. Now let's use your arms. Pushing out from the shoulder. If you need to be upright, that's okay. If your knees are bothering you, or some of your joints are, if you're down. Okay, 4, 3, you can feel the shoulders work. Let's tap it back, back, back. Just tap back, push front. So you've got opposites going on. 7, 6, 5. Now, no arms, one leg only. We're gonna do side and back, and side and back. Whoa. So now we're balancing. Feel that leg muscle working? Woo. One more. Let's switch sides. Side and back, and side and back. So all your body weight is in this standing leg. It's burning. One more time. March it, other leg. Woo! Let's catch our breath. All right, actually, let's come to a stop for a second. Let's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more. And march it. Step, touch. In 4, 3. Now we'll be taking it forward and back, but if you want to just stay put, you can. And back. Forward. And back. Forward. Back. One more time. And back. In 4, 3, we're going to launch into that side squat right here. Side, center, side, and center. Out, middle, out, and middle. Keep it going. Side, center, side, center, center, side, center. Now side taps. Stay low if you can. And push it. This is where we start to really feel those shoulders working. Keeping the heart rate up and working the muscles. We're low if we can be, because that helps work the leg muscles more. Okay, tap it back. You can make it real small with the arms, or press all the way out there. Different ways you can control your heart rate, your intensity. Woo! 8, 7, 6, 5. Bring the arms down. Side and back. Out and back. And tap. And tap. Side and tap. This is a balancing act here. It's good for us. One more. Nope, one more. Other side. Woo! Burning legs. You can come up and just do a little tap. Let your legs rest. And then get back down if you can. All right, march it. Woo! So now we're on that other lead, the first lead. Let's step touch. Take it forward and back. And back. Now we're going to start making smaller steps, lower arms. We're starting to bring the heart rate back down. Because we don't want to just come to a stop after a cardio segment. We want to gradually get the heart rate back down. So in the next few moments, I want you to keep walking around, get some water, and we'll continue on. All right, pick up your weight again. We're going to work on different muscle combinations, all kinds of different things, working the body as well as the core. And it gets the heart rate up too, so it's a little cardio also. Let's widen out into a squat. Now we're going to take that one weight out in front. You can hold it any way you want to. All we're going to do is sit down, swing between our knees, and then as we stand up, we're going to pull up. So it looks like this, down and up. It's just a basic squat swing is what we call it. Now when you're down there, keep the head up above the heart. So don't get too low, don't bend at the waist too far. We're just swinging kind of between our knees. And as you come up, you're pressing through the heels to get back up. So don't look down. Kind of look at an angle somewhere out in front. And push. Woo! You can take a break anytime you need to. Try to keep those knees forward. Don't let them come into your center. One more. All right, bring the arms carefully down. And let's bring those legs closer together. So, we need them narrow now, hip width apart, because we're going to be rotating the body with the arms involved. So we're going to be working kind of from shoulder height and up. If you can't do that, then you work from shoulder height and down, and I'll show you that in a moment. But let's start out in front. All right, don't lean forward, don't let it pull you. Stand tall, shoulders down. We're going to come up, then back down to shoulder height, and turn. Rotate and center, and up, and down, and turn. Now, if your shoulders get too tired too fast, I'll show you the alternative. You come down, and up, and rotate, and down, and up, and rotate. So you pick which direction you want to swing. Up is more intense, it's harder, and you fatigue pretty quick. And up, or you can go low. I'll show you the low again. Woo! Tired. It really is working on that upper back. And down. Let them rest. Whew. Now, we're going to combine an upright row, which is just kind of up your body like you're zipping up a coat. Your elbow ends up a little higher than your hands. Not too much higher, because in this case, we're not going to just go back down like an upright row. We're going to come up, then push forward, and then back and down. Now, if this bothers anything in your shoulders, maybe don't do that front push. Just continue. We're gonna kind of cling to it, palms down. So up, out, in, and I'm actually gonna change my mind here. Let's turn palms in, and up, and out, and in, and down. So if that bothers you to go out in front, just do an up and down, upright row. So those elbows kind of come up higher, just a smidge, and down, and up, and out. You can feel as you press out in front how much it's using your upper back. Now it's using your core like crazy too. So keep that navel drawn toward the spine. And out, and in. Couple more. Only do what you can. And last one. Woo! All right, let's take a moment to stretch back there. We're gonna just hang it in front, tuck the chin, and let the weight pull the shoulders forward a bit so you can feel that upper back stretching. All right, back up. Now, legs back to a narrow stance, hip width. We're going to do a pullover one more time where we go up, but then as we come down, we're going to turn and sweep right past the hip. Now, we are not going to lean over, okay? So stay tall the whole time. We're gonna go up, and as it comes down, at the last minute, turn and center and up and down and turn the other direction. So we're alternating sides and turn and up and side. So with these pullovers, we do them quite a bit because they use a whole lot of muscles in the upper body, pretty much every one. Your arms, your chest, your back, and it uses the core. One more set, up, and then that rotation is a good way to strengthen those core muscles around the torso. One more. All right, roll them around. We're gonna do some balancing. We need to throw that in every episode. And actually, as you do things like a front kick, that's actually a balance exercise because you're on one leg for a short amount of time. But today, we're going to use the weight of that dumbbell or whatever you're using to keep us off balance. So now we have to really use our core. So draw the navel in. We're going to hold that weight out away from the body, not too high. Shoulder stays down. Now first, let's just kind of get a little semicircle going. Now we don't want the body to turn, so lock it in place. You may not be able to get very far behind you. That's okay. And if it's really fatiguing quickly, you can keep it even lower. So not very high. Now, here's the trick. Let's try to lift that opposite foot as we swing around. Oh boy. Maybe at first, just put that toe on the floor. That gives you a little help balancing, but not too much. And then you can gradually come up. Whoa, one more. Now with any balancing exercise like this, you can always use the countertop, use the chair. Let's trade hands, bring it out, and just do a couple around first. This is really great for the shoulder, and especially all the small shoulder muscles. All right, lift that opposite foot. So keep doing this for a little bit longer. Do maybe, I don't know, 4 more of these. And then we will cool down and stretch. Okay, put the weight aside, clear your space. We're gonna do a cool down. It's very low tempo again, just a nice gradual way to get that heart rate and that temperature down. So, march. It's a very slow march. Now, as we march, we're going to start making it a knee up. So there's that balancing again. Draw the navel in because your core is as responsible for lifting your knees as your legs. It's a good combination. All right, let's just come back to a little march. March, march, march. 4, 3, 2, step, touch. Very slow. We're going to kind of go a little faster than the tempo, but still very slow. In 4, 3, 2, come to a stop, side squat, but slow this time. Come back to center. Now narrow squat, slow this time. And out, and in, and center, and up. Side, in, center, side, and center. One more set. Out, and down, and out, and down, center. Now, come on over to the side. Let's just do some little slow pulses. 4, 3, 2. Come back in the center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2. Back to center. Now up. We're going to flex the ankles. So it's not a kick. It's a side leg lift. Toes face front. We are going to move from the hips. Nice and tall. It's a lift, lower, really slow. Lift. Here's that balance again. Whoa. Use that chair if you need to hold on to something. Now, really focus on your toe. Okay, we don't want it to come up. You can get higher that way, but we want to stay toes forward because we can't, and that makes it a lower movement. But we're really working on all those stabilizing muscles around the hips. We do a lot of work in these classes, episodes, to strengthen our shoulder stabilizers and our hip stabilizers. One more each. Woo! Ah. All right, let's tap it side to side. Tap, 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 tap. So we're not really using the tempo of the music this time. We're just kind of giving it a slower tap, but not too slow. 4, 3, 2, here we go, tap back. Tap, tap, so we leaned a little bit. We're low. Now, push, 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 push. All right, in 4, 3, 2. Now this leg, keep it back there. Our feet are hip width. We're gonna roll down onto that heel. Now glance at it if you can. You want your foot, your heel lined up with your toe. Let's bend that front knee and get a nice stretch in the lower leg. So in the beginning of the episode, we kind of do a moving stretch, a dynamic stretch. And at the end, after our muscles are all warm, we can stop and stretch. Okay. And now, keep the legs the way they are, but let's just come up, and you've switched the stretch to the front of the hip now, down into the thigh, and then up into the abdominals. So this whole front part of the body. Let's lift up. Maybe try to pull back if you can. It's hard to balance. Woo! And bring it down. And back together. We'll get back to our back tapping. Here we go. It's tap, 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 tap. Four, 3, 2, and hold it back there. Okay, get your balance, and then put the heel down. That's the hard part. If you need that countertop beside you, please be near it. Let's bend that front knee and get a nice stretch in the lower leg back there. And then back up, you're going to raise the body up. So you switch that stretch to the front of the hip. And let's go out this time and pull back. So we're stretching our front of our shoulders, across the chest. And then let's step together. Let's kind of do genie arms. Bend the arms. Grab your forearms there, tuck the chin and push forward. You can feel that upper back stretch. So with all those pullovers we did, that upper back gets used a lot. And then raise back up. Let's see if we can get them over the head. Whoa. Well, I'd like to thank my volunteers again for helping, and hopefully you got a great workout. Now, make sure you drink your water and grab a towel, dry off. We want to thank the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center for letting us use their beautiful building. We appreciate the space. One more time, inhale, get tall. And have a great day. Good job, and we'll see you again.